Jewish groups swiftly and vehemently condemned Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz for opposing an anti-Semitism bill, particularly due to his claim that labeling the belief that Jews killed Jesus as anti-Semitic was problematic. Their outrage only intensified with the news that President-elect Donald Trump had nominated Gaetz for Attorney General, a move seen as dangerously tone-deaf, given Gaetz's past associations with anti-Semitic conspiracy theories and a Holocaust denier. Gaetz, a 42-year-old firebrand, was elected to Congress in 2016 and quickly became known as one of Trump's most fervent defenders. Now, the prospect of him heading the Department of Justice has shocked and alarmed lawmakers on both sides of the aisle, threatening to derail his confirmation. Should the Senate approve his nomination, Gaetz would succeed Merrick Garland, a Jewish former federal judge, as America's top law enforcement official. Leading Jewish organizations expressed profound concern, highlighting Gaetz's troubling history with anti-Semitism and Jewish organizations. The American Jewish Committee, AJC, urgently called for Trump to reconsider, stating, "At a time of historic levels of anti-Semitism, we need someone at the helm of the Department of Justice who will tackle anti-Semitism, not peddle in it." The AJC described Gaetz's past remarks, including his perpetuation of age-old anti-Semitic tropes, as disqualifying for the nation's chief law enforcement officer. They added, if Trump does not withdraw this nomination, the Senate has a moral duty to reject it. Jonathan Greenblatt, head of the Anti-Defamation League, ADL, expressed similar outrage on social media, calling out Gaetz's long history of trafficking in anti-Semitism and accusing him of invoking the harmful trope that Jews killed Jesus to justify opposing the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act. Gaetz's support for the Great Replacement Theory and his 2018 decision to invite a Holocaust denier as his guest to the State of the Union, Greenblatt said, made him entirely unfit for such a powerful role. He should not be appointed to any high office, much less one overseeing the impartial execution of our nation's laws, Greenblatt stated bluntly. Back in 2018, when Gaetz first invited Holocaust denier Charles Johnson to the State of the Union, both the ADL and the Republican Jewish Coalition, RJC, sharply rebuked him. Johnson had publicly questioned whether 6 million Jews were murdered in the Holocaust, a stance that outraged Jewish organizations. The RJC's executive director, Matt Brooks, described the incident as deeply troubling, emphasizing that it was incredibly important for Gaetz to acknowledge Johnson's views and to admit that inviting him was a grave mistake. The ADL also pressed Gaetz to repudiate Johnson's extremist views in a formal letter, calling his invitation an insult to the memories of those killed in the Holocaust, to their families, and to the Jewish community.